Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show.
I'm always so nervous when Jermaine's not here. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 286 of podcast Room 303. I'm always so nervous when Jermaine's not here because I kind of have like a rudimentary knowledge of how to work the podcast. And then when it goes off without a hitch, I'm like, yeah. But there was a chance that we would record all of this. We would do this podcast and then not record any of it.
That's going to be my exact thought was you're going to be like, all right, that's a good one.
Yep.
Where do I hit the end button?
Yeah. Where is it? No, we never started. I'd be like, okay, well, we're not recording this week. we did it. Good rehearsal, everybody. All right, Nevada, how are you doing this fine week?
I have recovered from Sunday's just heartbreak. I think I texted the group before on that final drive. I made sure nothing was in my hands.
Smart.
More so because I was anticipating a fumble, because that just seems to be the thing. But yeah, then when the field goal, feeling like $1,000, and then just shit on. And thank God I did not have anything in my hands or close to my hands, because I would have thrown it across the room, broken it, then been pissed off about that. You know, the classic Nick Xbox controller dilemma.
Yeah, I haven't broken an Xbox controller actually, but the PlayStation controllers were always loaded in the launcher.
Yeah, that's right.
I was watching it at a golf course just after we finished the round, and I was like, "There's no way they make this field goal." I was like, if I know anything about the Denver Broncos, they're not making this field goal. It doesn't surprise you the ways that they lose against Kansas City. Or are you just mute to it now?
It's a very numbing and very
numb to it,
angry feeling, which is funny because today my coworker he played offensive line in college, and he was talking about how shitty of a task it is to be on the field goal unit. And he said, looking at the film, Kansas City actually grabbed the guy's arms and pulled him forward so that way they could duck in behind him and blow him up.
That's brutal. Well, we'll get into that later. Right before the podcast went live, I bragged about my Ottawa Senators bet for tonight. And in the span of the intro video and this intro, the Philadelphia Flyers have now scored 2 goals to tie it up. So that's
what a kick in the
that's
dick.
pretty good. Eric, how are you, my friend?
Doing good now. Don't worry. You're right. Doing good, brother. Call of Duty came out, which is super tight because it's been super distracting from how shitty the Philadelphia 76ers have been. It's ruining all my sports mojo and juju right now, but at least I got Call of Duty to fall back on. So it is what it is. But good week so far.
Eric's doing great. His Flyers just tied up the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the 76ers are going to be really good. If only they had like a big star center. I feel like that's what they're missing. They're like a big down low presence.
Yeah.
And then like a really good like point guard, shooting guard hybrid.
Yeah.
To really run the offense, but also be a spot up shooter. I feel like those are the two pieces they're missing. Where could they get those?
Probably from their bench when they eventually get healthy, which is a long shot right now.
I think it's the crowd right now. That's where they can get them, because I don't see them on the bench.
Dude, it's fucking dude. We went out and paid $60 million for a guy who hasn't played over 60 games in like 10 years.
For those of you living under a rock, I'm of course talking about 76ers star center Joel Embiid, who has more time to punch reporters than he does to actually play basketball. And their guard Paul George, who likes basketball, maybe.
Apparently,
Yeah. Likes money. I mean, if somebody's going to pay me, how much do you pay him?
Like $63 million a year or something like that.
If somebody's going to pay me $63 million, you're paying him more than $1 million a game.
No. Well, for what he plays, yes, exactly. Because there's 82 in a season, but for what he'll play, yeah, he's getting paid more than $1 million.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Who's his agent?
God, because that's the only way that could happen.
I got a question. What do you guys think? And maybe this is not great to drop on you, but what do you think sports is going to look like in the next 15 years when all these owners start dying? All these old owners start dying. What do you think the kids are going to take over, or do you think it's just going to be a continuation of what we've been seeing, that these conglomerate groups get together and buy teams, but they put one famous face on it?
I think we'll see a lot more of that. Like, obviously, for the NBA, we have LeBron James retiring soon. Kevin Durant's made no secret that he wants to get in ownership. He already has ownership in soccer teams. So I actually think these conglomerates that you mentioned with a face for it is going to be a thing. Isn't A-Rod doing it with the Timberwolves too?
I think A-Rod's been looking to get into it for a while.
But I do think that. But I also look, old money ain't going away. The Hineses, the Rooneys, these people are not going away, and they're going to just keep passing it down. So we'll have a nice balance. It won't be as many old white dudes owning them. Devon Tillman's going to touch down, but it'll be, that old money's not going to go away, but there will be a little bit of a change. We're seeing it with a lot in the NBA, actually. And I don't know, it's working out. Minnesota's got new ownership, Utah has new ownership, and it's worked out for them. So we'll see.
Yeah. Nevada, any thoughts on that?
No, I agree. It'll be a little bit probably shift towards the conglomerate stuff just because of to get into it, the prices are going up and there's very few people that can write that check. So they will have to do the conglomerates, but there'll be a handful of stuff that gets passed down. Cowboys will get passed down to the ghost of Jerry Jones. And
did you guys see in Mike McCarthy in his midweek presser
talking about fuckboy?
What talking about Parsons, but also in the interview, they took a wide shot of the podium, and the interview room that they have, or the press conference room, also has those big glass windows. Mm-hmm. They put a shade up because the sun was in McCarthy's face.
That's hilarious.
It's so
that's
bad.
Hilarious, dude.
It's
dude, it was evidently bad. It was bad in the game.
So I mean, I don't know what school these cameramen go to, but whoever is churning out these, they are right on the players because if you saw the Cowboys game, CeeDee Lamb, as soon as it happened, was like, I can't see. Mm-hmm. He was he walked over to the sideline. McCarthy was like, and it's such a common thing that McCarthy wasn't even like, what are you talking about? It was resigned acceptance. CeeDee Lamb was like, I couldn't see because of the sun, and McCarthy was like, oh yeah, that thing again. And Jerry has the audacity to get to after the game go, it gives us the competitive advantage to not have the curtains on there.
Yeah, when your boys are dropping passes that they should be catching, that's an advantage.
Didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a chance to drop it.
Yeah.
Held out his hands like this.
See, playing at altitude and elevation, that can be an advantage for the home team in Denver. Playing staring at the sun is an advantage for literally nobody except for maybe, I don't know, Ray Charles.
Dude, was it Jermaine that said you ain't gonna beat the sun?
Yeah.
That's a Jermaine quote. The audacity of the man who thinks he's gonna beat the sun. Jerry Jones is literally trying to beat the sun, and it's not working.
No, I do have a question for you guys about it because I was, in the chat set, in the comment section, and people were saying, "Oh, well, there's a lot of NFL teams that play outside and they deal with the sun." And in my head, I was thinking that's true, but when it's coming through glass and it's targeted, it's a different effect. It has to,
because it hits different for sure.
Yeah, it hits different. You have to give him some slack on that. Yes, people play in the sun, but this is a different type of. It was hitting him right in the eyes.
But you gotta consider this too. There's a gap where the 200s and the 300s would be.
Yeah.
So it's when you have these afternoon games,
It's going to
the
be right
200s and the 300s normally block that sun.
Yeah.
They're just taking, like, NFL teams play when the sun is like overhead, unless you're like receiving a punt or something that normally doesn't factor in.
True.
But when it's 6 p.m. and you're looking at it about like 3-finger position, that's not going to be great.
Yeah.
Jerry, you spent $1.2 billion to build that thing. Bust out another $1 million and put some curtains up, bud.
It's the most expensive defender Philly has ever had.
They can't pay him. Nevada, you mentioned pre-show something about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Are you guys excited to see Jake Paul, Mike Tyson tomorrow night on Netflix? Is it free or do you have to pay for it?
If it's not free, I ain't gonna watch it.
I was about to say, dude, if it costs money, I'm out.
I think it depends on your level of subscription, but I think for the most people, it should be free.
Is Jake Paul, Mike Tyson free?
But yeah, you gotta have to at least have the Netflix subscription.
Well, all our friends are screwed, Eric.
Yeah,
they can't watch it.
Bastards.
I don't know if I'd say I'm excited, but I'll definitely watch it.
So the pre-fight presser was today. So I guess I will ask you guys this question before I reveal the news. Do you think this fight is staged?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Tyson's going to throw the fight?
No.
I don't think Tyson would ever throw a fight.
I disagree with both of you. I think they are trying to build Jake Paul into a legitimate boxer so much, even though he's not, and I agree that he's not. But they're also going to let Tyson go out like graciously. So Jake Paul, I'm calling it now, is going to beat him by decision.
That's fair. I mean, why Tyson? Like, I guess money talks, bullshit walks. But like, you're gonna let this coked out skinny white boy fuck you up, Tyson. Like, you're the baddest dude, one of the baddest dudes to ever walk the planet, and this is how you're gonna go out.
The sports fan in me wants to see Mike Tyson obliterate him, Iron Mike, like late 80s, early 90s style. So that being said, you guys don't think this fight is rigged, so you're gonna love this. Pre-match press conference today, Jake Paul did some sort of a weird, I'm gonna call it crawl ground run up. We could be racial and we could say it maybe looked like an ape a little bit, like coming up to Tyson. As soon as he got in Tyson's face, Tyson slapped the shit out of him, and was like, and pointed down and was like, you, and like caught him mouthing, like, you do that shit again, I'm gonna kill you. I think the problem is,
hell yeah.
I think the problem is money is good. Like, Tyson throwing the fight is good. But what if Mike Tyson gets in that ring and something snaps?
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
And then he's like, I'm gonna eat your children, Evander.
He's going to, because, dude, he's been sitting on podcasts and got confrontational.
Yeah.
Like, he's just been sitting on a podcast and people just asked him a question the wrong way, or he took it the wrong way. It wasn't even that offensive. And he gets gangstered. Some white dude beating him in front of millions of people. Something's going to snap in him, dude. He's going to eat that poor kid alive.
I feel like he's going to know the script until, like, Jake Paul actually catches him something good. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, it's time to play, Jake.
Yeah, I'm with Eric on this one. He's you put Mike in his element. He's gonna snap. He might take a few punches and it might be like, all right, kid. Or,
I'm gonna murder you, Jake. I'm gonna eat your children.
Yeah.
It's like when you take dogs near water and they look at it and you're like, don't do it. What's the first thing they're gonna do? They're gonna run and jump right in that water, dude.
But I think it's when you turn your back. I think that's what's gonna happen. Is Tyson's gonna catch one clean and it's gonna erase that script from his head. Yeah, and he's just gonna snap back to I'm a father. I'm a semi-good father. I'm a convicted rapist.
As it's gonna be literally Mike Tyson eating his own words. Everybody's got a script in their head until they get smacked in the face. And then it's gonna go out.
So I'm excited. What's it? 8 tomorrow, 9 tomorrow, 8 Eastern.
I think it was 8 Eastern, if I remember right.
You know what's funny is we're getting the fight nobody wanted tomorrow, and then Saturday we're getting one of the best UFC matches we could have all hoped for.
Take us through the UFC card this weekend.
So I don't have the full card. Let me pull it up, but I know that the main fight is John Jones versus Stipe Miocic.
Stipe coming out of retirement, right?
Yes.
You don't have to give us the whole card. I really only care about Jones
headline,
and
yeah.
Stipe. Jones and the firefighter.
Jones and the firefighter, yeah. Dude, this is interesting. Stipe is 42, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get talking about old guys fighting.
Yeah, he's gonna get eaten, dude.
Okay, what do you think? If you had to put a bet on it for the 10s and 10s.
Because it's John Jones, I would say you can't go wrong with Jones by decision, or he's probably gonna tap him out. He's not gonna choke. He's gonna choke him out, pin him something. He's not gonna knock him out, but he's gonna do something funky in there, and he's either gonna tap him or it's gonna go decision and he'll win like that. It'll be very tactical, a lot of elbows, a lot of distance, a lot of jabs. He'll have a high count, and he'll win it by decision. But I think Jones respects me with Chich. He's not gonna go in there and do any of that funky shit he tried to do with what was that French dude's name?
Ciro Gane.
Ciro, yeah, because Jones was in there just wilding out in that one.
He was, yeah. That was like a can of corn match. That was like a get your legs under you. Like, hey, welcome back, John.
Yeah,
this is how it feels to fight not on cocaine. Like you'll figure it out, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. Let's bring up the head to head.
Boom. All right. So last week was week 45. Decent week. Jermaine went 1-2. He hit on a nice little 303 parlay. He took New Orleans Saints plus 3.5, Panthers plus 6.5, Broncos plus 10, and of course the Eagles whooped up on Dallas. That puts him at 105, down 9.6 units. Nick, buddy, 0-3.
I was so close to that NHL shots on goal parlay, by the way.
It was only one guy that missed.
Yeah, Nylander.
Yeah. Oh, was it? I was going down the list, and as soon as I saw Nylander, it's like I don't even care what the rest of the parlay.
Yeah, Nylander had 2.
And you missed your the second parlay.
Oh, and I missed my
Darnold
second parlay
by 6 yards.
By 6 yards.
Yeah, 6 yards. And then your teaser was all busted. But 16, 118, and 1 on the season, down 58.42 units. Nevada went 1-2, putting him at 41-94, down 6.31 units. I went 1-2 as well, putting me at 101, up 2.32.
Still
units.
Positive. Can he hang on in the final 8 weeks?
That's all I'm trying to do.
And for those of you that listened last week, the gentleman, my co-host, made a bold prediction. So in the final 8 weeks of the year, they made predictions on what I'm going to finish the rest of the head-to-head schedule. Mm-hmm. Eric, do you have it pulled up? Do you remember your picks? So Jermaine, who's not here, he's getting his base tan.
Yeah.
For the next 2 weeks. Jermaine said I'm going to go 3-21. So right now, my current record, I'm winning 11%. That's not, for those of you who don't gamble, that's not good.
No,
that's not a good win percentage. 52.4 gets you profitable. I'm not winning at that. I'm at 11%. So Jermaine said 3-23. Nevada,
4-20.
4-20. So Nevada, just like a good best friend should, and my future best man should, he believes in me.
It's more of a blind squirrel scenario.
It's doesn't matter. It's belief is what it is.
Right.
It's belief. And Eric, you sumbitch.
Bro, I'm just rolling with the trends, dude. I'm just rolling with the trends.
Friends, if I were to go 1-24, Eric, that's winning at 4%. I'm getting you 11% returns on your money right now. And you're saying I'm going to drop down to 4% in the next 8 weeks? Not going to
honestly,
happen. I'm going to start betting smart just to fuck all of you.
I honestly, at this point, I hope you win. I hope you come back, take first place. And that would be absolutely hilarious.
See, that was what we were talking about last week. Was what if you start taking like minus 200 bets and then just tank our props here?
Well, now I don't want to make you guys nervous, but on the head-to-head, I am still as frigid as I was. The frost has not started. But in actual betting land, I am hot right now. Up over 8 units over 2 weeks. And I've been sending the evidence to Nevada, so he knows how much hotter I could have been. This is I stole money. I turned me in. I gotta confess a crime to you guys. I stole money from DraftKings this weekend. They gave me 4 live drive boosts. if you've seen DraftKings live drive props, there's only 4 ways a drive can end.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of the drive, the
Football
lowest, right, football drives, yeah. And at the beginning of the drive, the highest odds is even. So I put $5 on each of the results with the Cowboys-Eagles game. And this is the one where they started at their own 30, Eric.
Yeah.
And got a penalty and got like a busted play.
Yeah.
And then drove down and had a turnover. I made like $40 off that. Then I took that money and I put it on the Cowboys to kick a field goal when they got the fumble back.
Oh, yeah.
When they got the interception.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb missing that ball, I was like, oh, baby. It's a shoe-in now. So that's $40 I stole from DraftKings. So take me in.
Fuck them. They steal money from us all the time. They're
You're just
bullshit.
lucky Cowboys weren't kicking into the sun on that drive.
He would have
Yeah.
he would have missed it. All right. PCP for today. We're doing top 5 action movie stars. The order goes Nevada, Nick, Eric. Nevada has a chance to do something here. He has a chance to either steal my 1-1, which he knows what it is, or he has a chance to pick his 1-1, which I think might be the same one. But Nevada, please start us off with 1-1.
Just gotta type it in there and know what it is.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Do we just like leave that off to the side because that's just an obvious one?
No,
he is the 101, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, put him down. 101.
I don't know how to
say his.
I don't even know how to spell that.
You don't need to spell his last name.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. All
Sweet.
Right. You're saying the right thing. Thank God. I was super scared. I'm gonna go. I was super scared that wasn't gonna be who we're all talking about. I'm also mad because he's the greatest.
Yeah,
he's the greatest action movie star ever.
Yeah,
and
True Lies is the greatest action movie ever.
Man, maybe that's for next week. The top 5 Arnold movies of all time.
Ooh.
Have we done that already?
We could do it as a block. Well, we'll already know the category, so never mind. But
as soon as it starts, I'm going to do top 5 Arnold movies.
Yeah,
True Lies.
We already did that for Blind 5.
True Lies. It's hard
not
to
his
beat.
best, but it's up.
It's
there.
hard to beat Commando.
Ooh.
Or Predator.
Dude. Yeah, his was amazing, but they've watered that series down, dude.
Don't think about it watered down.
His were amazing.
Think about the joy you saw in the first.
Only
Predator.
Arnold would think that mud would save his ass, and it did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, I'm done gerrymandering here. I'm gonna pick Tom Cruise.
Ooh, excellent choice, dude. The dude just doesn't miss and does his own stunts. So he's probably
the greatest run of all time because he's 5'5".
And he can do it for hours.
The next time you watch a Tom Cruise movie, look how they shoot Tom Cruise because he's so much shorter than the other actors that they have to put the camera at a certain angle that makes him look tall.
Did you see the wedding announcement for not wedding announcement, but like family photos for Kevin Hart and his wife? The photographer knew what he was doing. He had the wife all the way in the back, and he had Kevin Hart like 8 feet in front of her. So they looked the same height. It was absolutely hilarious, dude.
Oh man, that's good.
All right. With my first pick, this is probably not going to be, but I'm going to go Keanu Reeves. I know he hasn't always been one, but
nope, great pick. What do you mean he hasn't always been one?
I mean, I guess Speed. You're right. Oh, and fucking
best movie.
What's up?
Speed is his best movie.
Oh,
is it?
Wrong, dude.
Dude.
First of all, it's The Replacements.
I wanted to throw some controversy in there since we threw True Lies as the best Arnold movie.
Yeah,
I'm just talking out of my ass because it's my dad's favorite movie, and I watched that movie like 85 times growing up. Like,
dude, it's
a good movie though.
It's Point Break. It's Point Break, and don't at me.
Keanu's best movies?
Point Break, yes.
Point Break is amazing. Have you heard of The Matrix?
No, Point Break is Keanu not taking himself seriously.
Yeah, I take Point Break over The Matrix.
Yeah,
really,
100%. All of them. Throw them in the garbage. And then Speed over The Matrix.
And are we just gonna forget that he revolutionized the action genre with John Wick?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
John what?
Duh.
Yeah. All right. And then just for the old heads, for my dad's sake, because if I didn't pick this dude, he'd kill me. But Stallone, man, come on.
Yeah, I thought you were going to pick deeper than that. I'm going to go Jason Statham.
Excellent choice, dude.
The diver?
Yes, the diver. Yeah, the competitive British diver. My list is looking
Second greatest
low
ball man of all
already.
time.
Yeah, you're picking the short guys here.
Oh no, I'm saying my list of reserve guys is getting low.
Man, there's so many. I'm gonna go. He hasn't done anything in quite a while. Oh man, now I just thought of another one. I'm gonna go with. I think the guy that kind of revolutionized action movies or made them a little bit more fun, Jackie Chan.
Ooh,
Hell
that's
yeah.
a good one.
Another man
Drunken
who does his
Master.
own stunts.
Stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love doing your own stance.
Which one did you say?
Drunken Master.
Drunken Master is tight. Tuxedo is tight. Rush Hour. There's a whole bunch of them, dude.
Oh yeah.
On the back-to-back, I'm going to go with a little bit off the script here. Harrison Ford.
You son of a bitch. Damn it, dude. All right, now I gotta start digging into my bag deep. I'm gonna go Sean Connery with my third pick.
Is there an EY or just Y? Connor
EY, yeah.
Oh, I should put Sir. Anyway,
You should put some
not
respect
going
on his
to.
name. I didn't put some respect on his name actually.
Fuck the monarchy. Anyway, ooh, what's next here? I'm gonna throw a curveball. He's a new guy, not new, but I'm gonna go, especially because Extraction. I love those movies.
Ooh.
Chris Hemsworth, dude's an animal,
Yeah.
man.
Are you gonna be disappointed with Extraction 2?
I liked Extraction 2. You talk about 3.
It already came out.
Yeah, 3's coming out now. Yeah. And then Kiss of the Dragon is probably one of my all-time favorite movies, so I got to go Jet Li.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll go Clint Eastwood with number 4.
Yeah.
You said action stars, not racist stars.
It doesn't matter, dude. Look. I love Luke Bryan's music. I love Lance Armstrong as a cyclist. I love Tiger Woods as a golfer. Doesn't mean I have to be best friends with them.
True.
In fact, I think Tiger Woods was a better golfer when he was a sex addict.
You have no stress in your life.
He was just thinking about balls all day long.
You know why he was winning Masters? Because he had that post-nut clarity all the time.
No stress, dude. He got it. He got it after. He got it before. He got it after. He got it in the bathroom on 9.
I don't play golf much, but it feels like a sport you need to have post-nut clarity to play.
Absolutely.
Like bowling, golf. These just seem like sports you need to have post-nut clarity for.
I'm done for the year. I'm done for the year with golf. I shot a 112 last weekend.
Hell yeah,
I'm done.
It's probably the easiest sport to get in your own head.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's expensive. You get in your own head. You know you're getting judged by all the other golfers out there. It just happens.
But they're just as bad as you.
Yeah.
What did
you don't want to try to get that on the field post nut clarity jerking off in the bushes on the 4th hole trying to turn your game around.
That's what I do, dude, when I'm having a bad round, and it didn't work last weekend.
Just see that Nick's head in the bush, like, hey, hold on, I'm coming.
What's the McConaughey quote? He's like 2 to 3 times. You got to up that number, man. That's
up those numbers.
Those are rookie numbers.
Oh man! All right. Next pick, I will go with screw it. I'll go with Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
I mean, those movies are badass, dude.
Yeah. And then I'll finish it off with Chuck.
Oh man,
Norris.
Oh, dude, I was like, Liddell? He's only been in like 2 movies, dude. Shame on me, dude. I can't believe I just did that.
I'm trying to think of all the Expendables actors, and who did I miss? I'm gonna go kind of a new guy to the scene. Dolph was on there, but he's an honorable mention for me. I'm gonna go Dave Bautista.
Yeah, dude, he's excellent, bro.
Good actor, but also good in action movies. People are probably going to shit all over us. They're going to be like, she's not an action star.
What are you talking about?
Like Jerome. Fuck
No.
that guy.
The fucking beef between you two is amazing.
I know you're
love
listening,
it,
you
dude.
big bitch.
Oh man, you guys need to actually get in a room and hang out. 'cause he's a-
No, I don't know. It makes
Jerome
it
the
funnier.
ball player,
It makes
dude.
it funnier that I have known Jermaine since 2017, and I have not met his brother, but have had a feud with his brother for like 4 years, but have not met him.
Fucking nicest guy in the world. You're beefing.
Yeah,
with
I'm
for
sure,
no
dude.
reason.
I think he messaged me on Instagram, and he was like, "You have bad opinions." I was like, "Fuck you, Jerome."
Oh man, that's priceless. All right, let's close this out here.
Then you similarly blocked him on Instagram.
Oh, I should have blocked him. That would have been funny.
I would have heard about it. Hey, Nick said something. What? You blocked my brother. All right. I don't know if he's newer, but he's always funny in his action roles, which I think is amazing. So I'm gonna go with Chris Evans.
Oh, that's pretty good. Snowpiercer was pretty good. Snowpiercer was not a bad movie.
Yeah,
I like the one with him and Ryan Gosling when he gets shot in the ass. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Dude, he's just so funny in that movie, bro.
Honorable mentions. I already mentioned Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want to put him, but he has to at least be mentioned in this segment. Dwayne Johnson, but he can't be an action man unless it's in the jungle.
Fumble. Sorry.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, Jason Momoa, maybe.
Nah,
Eh.
not yet.
That's why he's an honorable mention.
Not yet.
Denzel.
Ooh.
'Cause
Training Day,
like-
Man on Fire,
See, I think Denzel's a different kind of action.
The Equalizer.
He's
yeah,
like a
he's-
smooth, like
He's like the story character action movie versus like Arnold is like the pure action.
Oh,
Wesley Snipes. Dude
yeah,
had
Wesley
hitters.
Snipes, yeah.
Dude had hitters in the 90s, man, and
Yeah,
early
definitely.
thousands.
Demolition Man, Blade. He might be. Ooh, that's a good one.
Brad Pitt. I mean, he's hilarious in Snatch. He's hilarious in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's done a lot of action movies.
Fight Club.
But he's not an action movie star. Like,
No.
who's like the current ones that are holding it down? Keanu, Tom, still the old guys.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So run through the list. Top 5 action movie stars. Nevada had the first pick. He went with Arnold, obviously. Jackie Chan, Harrison Ford. I can't. What's her first name?
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, and then Chuck Norris. Nick had Tom Cruise, Jason Statham, Sean Connery, or Sir Sean Connery, Clint Eastwood, and Dave Bautista. I went Keanu Reeves, Stallone, Hemsworth, Jet Li, and Evans. Chris Evans.
Good lists. Good lists. All right, Nevada, you got Blind 5 pulled up?
I do.
You know what, Eric?
Hmm.
Welcome to the big leagues, son. You're getting called up for Blind 5.
Love it.
Unless you've already seen it, then
Oh, I haven't seen it. Nevada keeps that project.
we're gonna have to option you back down.
1 through 6.
All right, Eric, as a new call up.
5.
Ooh,
5.
bad number. You're back. You're back to AAA.
All right. First one is going to be somewhere over Dwayne Bowe.
Ooh.
It's got to be best fantasy football.
Best fantasy football names. That one's really good, but there's so many other ones that could be on this list.
Hashtag 2015 college league, right, Nevada?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it at 3, Eric.
I was gonna go 4, but I'll rock with whatever.
4 sounds good.
Yeah.
4 sounds good. There's going to be more.
Oops.
And if it's not best fantasy football team names, I don't know what we're doing here.
All right. Next up will be Amani. It's not a Tuma.
Old.
Fuck, dude.
5, dude.
Yeah.
Although I hate doing this. We should have put it. We should have put the
Yeah, he's gonna lock us in with something fairy at the.
Yeah, 5. I'll go 5.
Good, because I was already typing it in. Let's see. Did that one. Okay. Curtis, my favorite Martian.
Three?
Yeah.
These are old names.
Yeah. Are these ones you use, Nevada?
That I use?
Yeah, like are these the names that you use for your fantasy teams? You
The last
aging
time
yourself
that
here?
I would say Curtis, my favorite Martian. Or Martin.
I don't know.
Break it out next year, dude. Really confuse people.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have put that one at 5 to be honest, but three's good.
Well, we didn't have 5, Eric, because
I
of
know.
you earlier.
Yeah. My bad. I'm new to blind 5 games.
I know, dude. We called you up expecting you to perform. We're gonna have to Jackson Holiday you back down.
All right. Next up will be Ben Jarvis Green Ellis Law Firm.
Yeah, that's a 2. You better help me out here, buddy. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a 1. Let me hear what number 1 is.
I think number 1's actually pretty decent.
Let's hear
Andre Mad Moon Rison.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, 1991 Colt.
Get that Let's go.
When did Andre Rison play? The 80s, right?
Yeah, because he was on pretty sure he was on the Buffalo teams that always went to the Super Bowl.
89 to 2000. Wow.
Damn.
Close enough.
Yeah. Cool. Good for him.
Oh damn, he
Got
actually had a solid career. 84 tutties, 10,000 yards.
Damn. The Colts drafted him with the first round. Colts drafted Andre Rison first round, 22nd overall in the 1989 NFL draft. In his rookie season, he caught 82 passes for 820 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then on April 20th, the Colts traded Rison, Chris Hilton, a 5th round pick, and their first round pick to the Atlanta Falcons for their first overall pick and their 4th round pick. Interesting.
Huh. Then he went on to dominate.
But then isn't he part of that documentary where like he lost all his money?
Seems accurate.
Isn't that ESPN broke?
Dude,
yeah,
the fact that 80% of players leave the league and end up broke is crazy. That was old days. I don't know about now because I know they have like financial advisors that come in and try to help, but
it's probably
pretty
still
crazy.
A coin flip, dude.
And honestly, like it shouldn't be as bad now because back then they were making like 100,000. Like these guys are making 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 mil. Like
it goes quick.
That, like just jump off.
Those are the top earners, though, dude.
Yeah, but in the NBA, you could be the 15th man on a roster and you're still making $1 million a year.
Right, but if you're in the NFL for 3 years and you're only making 800
or whatever.
Only 800K. Only making 800K and you're just blown it on. You're like, oh, I'm in the NFL. I'm a starter. I'm in the NFL. I'm a baller, and you're buying houses and cars and all this stuff. Then you get out and you're like, oh, these houses and cars cost money, and I don't make 800,000 a year anymore.
Yeah.
So you got to think about, obviously there's the Paul Georges who will be perfectly who can't spend it as fast as they're making it, and they're not going to get hurt. They have 60 games a year. You can play for 20 years at that rate.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's when he'll play again 20 years from now.
Or you can be like Shohei, play your whole career, then retire and collect a fat lump of money.
Can I just say this? I'm
bring us down.
I'm so angry. Because it's just been like the Dodgers win the World Series. I didn't get to talk about this last week, so I'm going to talk about it now. The Dodgers win the World Series. And then I don't even get a week break before it's just like, oh, and the Dodgers are going to sign everyone in free agency. Juan Soto's going there. Ryuku Sayusuke is going there, the pitcher from Japan. Because apparently with Shohei, apparently everybody just goes to the Dodgers now. That is just ridiculous.
Who's benefited more from fat pockets than Dave Roberts? Because seriously, that man can't coach a team to a championship unless it's a shortened season or they've overpaid and broken some sort of financial fair play rules that don't exist, but they should.
Well, they do. We have the luxury tax in baseball, Eric.
Do they really?
And if you go over it, you're going to be taxed.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
I think they make the tax up in Shohei jersey sales alone.
So, yeah, probably. Yeah. So before we go into NFL Week 10, Week 10? Week 10.
Mhm.
NFL Week 10. Did you guys see that because of the hurricane that came through Tampa, do either of you remember what its name was? I'm blanking on its name.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know any of the recent
Okay.
ones.
Well, the last one that hit obviously destroyed the Tropicana field in Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
So they said the Rays will not be able to play there in 2025, and it's going to cost $50 million to repair it before the 2026 season. Do you
It
know
was
where the
named
Rays?
Milton.
Hurricane Milton.
Yeah.
Do you know? Hey, Milton's gonna fuck shit up, dude. Don't piss off Milton. Milton's like your dad. Milton's like pissing off your
It's
dad.
funny
Like,
because one of our best defensive linemen's name is Milton Williams, and he's a bad boy, dude.
I don't want to piss Milton off, dude. Milton's either going to be that crackhead down the street, or he's going to be somebody you don't want to mess with. Well, actually, either way, he's somebody you don't want to
You
mess
still
with.
don't want to mess with a crackhead.
Would you take Milton in a fight or Mike Tyson in a fight?
Milton.
It's always
I'd fight Jesus
always
before I
Milton.
fought Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
yeah, that's 100%. I'd let Jesus into my heart just so I could fight him before Mike Tyson.
I'm not fighting Tyson, dude.
Doing it, dude. I'm not doing it. Even like seeing videos of him like warm up, he still is like,
Dude, he's out here teaching current UFC champions how to box,
yeah,
and looks better than them doing it. It's crazy.
So because of the recent regime change, how quickly do you think Dana White convinces Trump to export Francis Ngannou?
I think it happens
It's
January 21st.
It's already gone. He's already out. All right. So before we go into the NFL, the Rays are not able to play in Tampa Bay, but because of there's a lot of spring training fields down there. They're playing at the Yankees field in Florida, Steinbrenner Field. Do you know how much they are paying the Yankees next year to play at Steinbrenner Field?
The whole season?
It's not. I think
Wasn't
it like 15 mil?
You are exactly on 15 million, or as I like to say it, 4.9 million more than they're paying their highest paid player.
The Yankees need that because they're about to overload that roster and hit that past that luxury
Like,
tax.
hey man,
Hell yeah!
Okay, it's like 15 million. I don't know. I'm just grabbing a random number. How much did Soto say you wanted? Yeah,
God, I hope
15
he
million.
leaves,
Yeah,
dude.
that'll do it. All right, let's get into NFL Week 10. Nevada, give me your give me your biggest takeaway from the week. Biggest winner, biggest loser.
Ooh, biggest loser. Man, there's so many losers this week. I had 3 losers.
Okay.
The Jets are the biggest dumpster fire in the league.
Mhm.
When Aaron Rodgers finds the guy that's responsible for this Jets dumpster fire,
Yeah.
he's going to fire him too.
Yeah. Jerry Jones needs to fire his GM,
Bingo.
which we could
By
say for the last
suicide.
10 years.
I know we talked about this on the group chat, but why do we only apply the diva tag to wide receivers? Like,
Because they're so prominent.
everything that Micah Parsons has said is true. We agree with that, right?
Mhm.
But you still can't. If I'm the GM, I'm like, Micah,
Can't
Don't
shit
care
talk
how
your own
tr-
locker room.
don't care how true it is, you're getting fined. You can't go on a podcast and be like, boy, this team sucks. You know, we employ you, right? We're your employer.
I think part of the reason wide receivers are seen as the biggest divas is they can show it on the field on game day.
Yeah.
It's harder for Parsons to do that. Like, what's he going to do? Get angry and like sack the quarterback 3 times? Be like, I fucking told you.
It'd be
No.
so funny. Micah Parsons just starts missing tackles on purpose.
Yeah, I mean that'd be the closest DB can get. But like a wide receiver, you can show the emotion on the field during the play.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. And your last one.
Yeah, the Bears are going to have to tear it down again.
Tear it down.
Not the truth.
Eberflus is done. Ryan Pace was that we had this conversation, or Ryan Pace, Ryan Poles, whatever, whoever it is, he's probably gone too. So they're gonna have to start over from scratch with Caleb, and because we all said when this season started that of all the rookie quarterbacks, certainly in this draft and maybe in recent memory drafts, he was walking into the best situation possible with the weapons around him. And he just got sacked 9 times on Sunday. 9.
No time. He got
By the
sacked no
Patriots.
times. Now, can I interest you in the fact that if one score games were the opposite, the Bears would be 5-4?
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts.
What was the stat that Jermaine tweeted in the group or sent in the group? The Bears are a game and a half away from third and a game and a half away from the first round draft or the first overall draft pick. It was something like that. They are like stuck firmly in the middle between competing for a legitimate playoff spot at 4-5 and a legitimate rebuild. It's Ryan Poles, by the way.
Poles, okay.
Yeah, Poles.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of funny. And AFC and NFC are both kind of in that situation where you have like one or two heavy hitters at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like a 3-game gap for everybody else at the 500, and then there's like another 3-game gap for all the bottom feeders.
I love it, dude. I love it. It's like one game and you could be third, or one game you could be second from the bottom.
Yep.
All right, Eric. Key takeaways. Just takeaways. I don't know why I'm saying it like we're on Sports Center.
Yeah, no worries. So first one, if you get 5 turnovers in a game and you don't win, kill yourself.
So Jared Goff, on that point, is the 10th player in the Super Bowl era to throw for 5+ interceptions in a win. Do you know the last player to do it? There's actually some big names on this list.
Brett Favre had to have done it.
Brett Favre did not do it, no.
Damn.
Really?
The last player was 2012. Peyton did not do it either.
2012.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck is not on this list.
Who's a high volume guy that Stafford?
Nope, also not on this list.
Fuck, man.
Great names, by the way.
Eli
Plummer.
Not Eli, not Jake the Snake. No, I'll give it to you. 2012, actually around that same time, November 18th, 2012, Atlanta Falcons.
Matt Ryan?
Matty Ice?
Matt Ryan. They beat the Cardinals 23-19. The other guys going in chronological order. Tony Romo did it in 2007 against Buffalo. Mark Ripken did it in 1990 against the Bears while playing as the Redskins. Wade Wilson, not Deadpool, did it in or maybe Deadpool. I actually don't know. Did it in 1987 as a quarterback for the Vikings against the Broncos. John Elway did it in 1985 as a quarterback of the Broncos against the Chiefs. There's a tier for Nevada when the Broncos used to beat the Chiefs. Dan Fouts did it in 1980. Dan Fouts did it with the Chargers against the Oakland Raiders. Joe Ferguson also did it the same year, playing for Buffalo against Miami. Johnny Unitas did it in 1970, and Brett Starr did it in 1967. There's a couple of hitters on that list.
If Bart's how many passes is Bart Starr throwing in 1967? That was like right when passing was getting invented in the NFL.
I can tell you right in a second.
2 of 7 with 5 picks or something for 12 yards.
I think so, yeah.
Like I can't imagine he threw more than 20 passes.
Starr that day was 10 for 19, 113 yards, 5 interceptions, no touchdowns, and they won the game.
What, 9-6 or something?
13-10.
Yeah, close enough. Yep. All right. Good job, field goals.
Let's see. Tony Romo and Matt Ryan both threw 46 and 50 times respectively in their games.
See, that makes a little bit more sense. Like the Bart Starr one, that's freaking Tebow stats right there.
That sounds like this sounds like the Madden games I used to play, dude. Just hey, we're gonna throw it 50 times. It may get picked off 5, but we're winning the ball game.
Crazy.
Just lure them into some false confidence that they have the ball more.
Oh yeah. Eric, anything else from the week?
The real Sam Darnold has finally showed up, and the NFL is rigged for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dude, why can the Minnesota Vikings only play like 10 weeks? They can only play like 9 weeks. They're the new Arizona Cardinals.
Makes no sense because that defense is out of control.
They went, what were they, like 5-0 or 6-0, and then they've lost 3 or 4 straight. Now they're probably going to go on another 5-game heater.
Gotta love it. I know we've beat this dead this dead Cowboy to pieces, but with their 34-6 loss to the Eagles, the Cowboys have now tied the NFL record for most 25-plus point losses at home in a single year. If you guys are keeping track at home, they still have 5 home games to go. No team has lost more than 3 games.
They got Washington coming in still.
And they got to play. Oh, they already played Philly at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is the bigger loss for them? Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn is back to killing it as a coordinator.
I think all of this is irrelevant until Jerry Jones is dead. Jerry Jones is the biggest problem.
Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, the dude won't even put shades up on his 20-foot-high windows.
Would you if you were rich? And then my last takeaway.
It's not in my eyes.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling sighting. I feel like he has one of these explosive games a week a year.
Mm-hmm.
And people go, oh, yeah, I remember him. And then he's gone. He's like the wide receiver we don't deserve.
Dallas might break the record this week. Houston's coming to Dallas on Monday night.
Oh, that's right.
They might get fucked up this weekend and break the record.
And Nico Collins will probably be playing, so they'll get their passing game back.
Yeah.
That's nice. All right. That concludes week 10. Eric, you want to pull up our draft board for week 11 and we can go through the games?
Yes, sir.
And Jermaine has been kind enough to submit his picks. If you're following at home, Jermaine, 99, 93, and 2 on the year. I am 42, 36, and 1. Nevada, 82, 88, and 1. So Nevada, you got to pick it up a little bit. Jermaine has picked the command. Well, I almost dead named. Has picked the Commanders plus 3.5 and the over 45.5 for these games or for this game tonight, which it looks like both of those have a good chance of the
live over under is 32.5 right now. So
yeah,
it doesn't look good. But these teams are both notorious for scoring late, so
that's true.
We'll see.
That's true.
But yeah, we'll skip the Thursday night game and just kind of get into the slate. So our opening week game, we have a division rival to start. Green Bay heads down to Chicago. Green Bay are 5.5-point favorites. Over under is 40.5. And if you're feeling froggy and want to take Bears money line, it's plus 185.
Yeah, so actually a lot of lines in this game. Sorry, Eric. Eric mentioned that this was a divisional game. It's also Green Bay coming off the bye. So Matt LaFleur has been the coach of the Packers since 2019. Under LaFleur coming off the bye, the Packers are 4-4, both straight up and against the spread. But as an away favorite, they are 14-7 straight up, 9-2 against the spread. So if you like, that's going to be a stat if you like Chicago plus 6.5. Now I'm going to tell you a stat if you don't like Chicago plus 6.5. Chicago scored less than 10 points last week. That means they fit our other Knicks nugget of dogs scoring less than 10 points and then being favored and then being a dog the next week. They fit in the category of 8 and 12. So that would lean towards Green Bay minus 6.5. I'm going to go with the trend that's been working out this year, and I'm going to say Green Bay minus 6.5 for me. And Jermaine disagrees. Jermaine thinks it's Chicago plus 6.5. What do you guys got?
I got Packers to cover the spread and over on points.
Eric, any bet on this game?
I'm staying far away from this one. You're taking the over, you said, Nevada?
Yeah.
Not fair. It's only 40.5. I just don't know where the offense is going to come from for Chicago. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Next game, we probably shouldn't even go over this, but Jacksonville heads into Detroit. Detroit's a 2-touchdown favorite. They're up. The over-under is 47, and if you're down, put money on Jacksonville plus 600.
Not so fast, my friend, as Dick Vitale would say. Favorites, when they have the spread greater than 9.5 this year, Eric, they're 2-7 against the spread and 6-3 straight up. That's why I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 14. 2 touchdowns is crazy in the NFL. But with spreads over 9.5, the over this year is 7-2. So also give me the over. For those of you that don't like that stat, Jacksonville scored less than 10 points last week, and dogs of greater than 10 points are 0-1 against the spread on the season the following week.
Nevada, any juice?
Nah, I don't want this one.
Perfect.
Let's see. Did Jermaine juice it at all? Jermaine also said Jacksonville plus 13, so that probably means that he'll want Jacksonville plus 14 as well.
Yeah, I'll run through them with him with the updated odds because he gave me these on Tuesday, but and these lines have switched. But yeah, so the next game, pretty good game, guys. We have Baltimore heading into Pittsburgh, two of the best teams in the NFL. Baltimore are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Interesting. Over under 48.5, and Pittsburgh money line is plus 150.
So Baltimore, since 2019, when playing with a rest advantage, since they played on Thursday Night Football, they are 12-6 straight up, but they are 7-11 against the spread. Pittsburgh, when playing with a rest disadvantage, is 11-9-1 straight up, 11-10 against the spread. I took this number at Pittsburgh plus 3.5 is what I got it at. But what is it now, Eric? 3?
No, it's 3.5 still.
3.5. So I'll take it. Pittsburgh 3.5, and also give me Pittsburgh money line as well.
I like that.
Jermaine also has Pittsburgh money line, so that bet is not going to hit now. Nevada, over to you.
I miss the good old days. Well, not from an offensive standpoint, but the good old days where it was a slobber knocker 9-6 games, where those defenses would just tee off against each other.
It's still going to be there, man.
Yeah. The Ravens, I feel fairly confident saying they're the highest scoring team in the league on a per average or per game basis. It's either them or Detroit. Pittsburgh has kind of found themselves with old dangerous Wilson at the helm. But I'm going to go under on the points. Divisional game in Pittsburgh. Their defense will be amped up, trying to shut down King Henry and Lamar. So I'll take under on the points for this game.
Eric, also give me under on that as well.
Well, shit.
40. What's it? 48 now?
48.5.
Too high.
You want it as well?
Yeah, I want the under as well.
So for me with this game, what it comes down to is you have arguably the best defense in football going against arguably the best offensive football. On the other, now you have to flip it. Do you trust the Ravens enough to be able to score on this defense, or do you trust Russell Wilson and them boys to be able to score on a pretty bad defense? That's what it comes down to.
I think we've seen it all year that Pittsburgh can overcome the struggles of Russell Wilson just by relying on their defense.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. That's football, ain't it?
Yeah. All right. Moving into the next game. Minnesota's heading down into Tennessee. They are 6-point favorite. Minnesota's 6-point favorites. The over-under is 39.5, and if you want Tennessee Titans money line, it's plus 210.
Nevada, this is all you. I'm staying away from this game. I think for the struggles that we've discussed for Minnesota.
Yeah.
Jermaine says Minnesota spread. So that's Minnesota -6.
That's what I was thinking as well. I think we see the real Sam Darnold, but I think he can still figure it out against Tennessee. He's got more weapons. Another week with Hawkinson, maybe that'll help settle him down a little bit. I have no idea about the points. I'll stay away from that, but I'll take the Minnesota spread at -6.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Las Vegas heading over to Miami. Miami are 7-point favorites. The over-under is 44, and if you want Vegas money line, it's plus 260.
So what we normally do, so Las Vegas coming off a bye week, Antonio Pierce is a new head coach. I say kind of because he was an interim head coach last year. But since moving to Las Vegas in 2020, Las Vegas is 1-3 straight up, 1-2-1 against the spread coming off a bye. And as an away dog in the same time period, They are 11-16 straight up, but 15-12 against the spread. Now, to confirm that, we also like to say we fade West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast early. However, this year that has not been the case. This year, West Coast teams are 7-2 straight up and 5-3-1 against the spread. That being said, give me Las Vegas +7 against Miami.
Okay. Nevada, any juice?
Also, if you don't love what I just said, Miami with a rest disadvantage since they played on Monday night, 9-7 straight up, 11-4-1 against the spread, whereas Vegas is 6-10 straight up, 5-10-1 against the spread since 2019 with the rest advantage. Sorry, Nevada.
I think I'm going to stay away from this one for one more week. I give Tua another week to get back in sync with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Hopefully he doesn't get ear-holed again by his own devices as he did this past week. But who knows? So one more week for the Dolphins, and then we'll start seeing what we can do with that.
Jermaine wants the over in this, Eric.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Los Angeles Rams heading into New England. The Rams are 4.5-point favorites. Over-under is 43.5. And the Patriots money line is +170.
So for every stat I just discussed for the Las Vegas Raiders, apply it to the Los Angeles Rams. We want to take the West Coast team traveling East Coast early. Also, the Rams are 9-10 straight up, 9-1 against the spread with the rest disadvantage, where New England is 5-9 straight up, 3-10-1 against the spread with the rest advantage since 2019. So give me Rams -4.5, Eric.
Perfect. And that is what Jermaine is rolling with as well.
So it's not going to hit. They're all going to miss. Nevada, any juice?
Yeah, I was going to go with the Rams spread and screw it. I'll go over on the points as well.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So you want the over and the spread?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So now we head to the next game. Indianapolis is heading into New York to play the Jets. Jets are 4-point favorites. Over-under is 43.5. And if you want Colts money line, +170.
I would not recommend it at all. When teams score less than 10 points the previous week and then are favored in the current week, they're 1-5 against the spread. I want Indy +4, and even give me Indy money line, Eric. A little pizza money on Indy money line.
Okay. Nevada?
Anthony Richardson is back at the helm for the Colts. Uncle Joe Flacco might be just about done with his career after this performance. I'm going to go with a prop bet here that Anthony Richardson passing and rush yards over 216.5 at -115.
I'll also throw in a prop, Eric, actually, since Nevada's getting into the action. The New York Jets have allowed a rushing touchdown to a quarterback in the past 3 weeks. So give me Anthony Richardson rushing touchdown. I believe I checked earlier, and it was +220 when I took it earlier. Jermaine also has the game Colts spread, so Colts +4.
Nevada, you said his combined passing and rushing is 2 what?
216.
16. Okay. I heard 15. But all right, perfect. All right, so we're moving into probably going to be the worst game of the week. Cleveland heading into New Orleans. Cleveland are 1-point road favorites. Over-unders 44.5. And if you want the money line, they're both -110.
So Cleveland, Coach Kevin Stefanski has been with the team since 2020. Cleveland is actually 3-1 straight up, but 1-3 against the spread. And as an away favorite under Stefanski, they are 3-3 straight up and 3-9 against the spread. I would love a bigger spread to bet here, but we don't get that. So give me Saints money line.
Okay, Nevada?
No, there's no juice anywhere. I'll abstain.
All right. So we jump into our afternoon slate now. To start the afternoon off, we have Seattle heading into San Francisco for a divisional game. San Francisco are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 48. And
I think
if
you missed one, bud.
What?
Scroll up. I think you missed one.
Cleveland and New Orleans?
Oh, yours is, you got a different screen.
Yeah, don't look at your screen because everybody's is different, dude. It's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nevada.
I don't know how that. Why would anyway? We're not gonna. I digress. And if you want Seahawks money line, it's plus 240.
Write a strongly worded letter to your congressman. Mike McDonald is a new head coach for Seattle, but since 2019, the Seahawks are 1-4 straight up and against the spread coming off a bye. And as the away dog, they are 11-16 straight up, but 15-12 against the spread. I'm going to go with that since 2019, and I'm going to take San Francisco minus 6.5. Is that 6.5 or 5.5, Eric?
6.5.
6.5. I'm going to take San Francisco minus 6.5.
Cool.
And the big man also wants. The big man wants the opposite of what I want. He wants Seahawks plus 6.5, but he loves the over.
Nevada?
Joke's on you, Nick. I actually personally know my congressman, so eat that. I will take a prop for CMC. Rush and receiving yards combined over 110 at minus 115. That's it.
What?
That's what they got the line at.
He hit that last week, and it was his first game back.
I know. That's why I'm taking it.
That's like taking candy from a baby. All right. Next, we have Atlanta heading into Denver. Denver are 2-point favorites. The over/under is 44. If you want the Falcons money line, it's plus 114. Keep in mind, Sean Payton is now the coach of Denver, and he dominated them for years down in New Orleans.
I really don't want any action on this. I mean, I don't know why the Broncos are favored.
That defense is gnarly.
I want to bet Atlanta, but I trust that Vegas knows more than I do, so I'm going to abstain. Jermaine, though, disagrees. Jermaine wants Atlanta plus 2.5.
This one, I don't know why I'm drawn to this one. I'm going to start going with some kicker props here. One of the best kickers in the league, Younghoe Koo, at a mile high. A good Denver defense, more or less a statue in Kirk Cousins. May not have the escapability to get those 3rd and 3 third downs. So I'm going to go Koo over 1.5 field goals at minus 110. And then the longest field goal made would be by the Falcons at minus 105.
Who's Broncos kicker now? McManus still?
Will Lutz.
Oh,
Wasn't he the Saints kicker before?
He sure was.
Nice. All right. So the
real quick,
last...
I'm gonna throw one last one in there. A little Hail Mary here.
All right.
Atlanta's one of the worst sacking teams in the league. And I can't remember the stat, but they've had like 9 sacks in their last 6 games or something. I'm going to say no sack for Atlanta at plus 750.
No, at plus 750?
I mean, it's hard to go a whole game without sacking somebody, isn't it?
Bo has, it is, but Bo has shown he can
evade,
escape, and scramble as long as
resist, evade. No, I'm just kidding. Or survive, evade.
Doesn't panic.
All right. Any other props, Nevada? Those are some good props.
No.
All right. So the last game of the afternoon slate, one that everybody's looking forward to. Kansas City heads into Buffalo. Buffalo are 2-point favorites. The over/under is 46. And if you believe the Chiefs will remain undefeated, it is plus 110.
What did I take? I took this as part of a parlay. I don't want any action in this besides. Let's see, what's the parlay that I took this in? I did a 3-pick parlay, teams that I think should be favorites but aren't. Saints, Falcons, Chiefs parlay. If you get that, all that pays plus 757. But I don't want any action for Knicks Nuggets on this game. I don't think that KC should be a dog, but they are. And Andy Reid thrives at being an away dog.
Yeah. Jermaine has them winning Kansas City money line outright, and then he's also taking the over, which it's hard to bet the over with Kansas City lately, but this is probably going to be a shootout. Nevada, what you got, brother?
Yeah, it's
Dude, he just missed an extra point.
Well, I guess you guys got a few extra days to find a kicker for next week's game.
So we crucify our coach for 2-point conversions, and it seems like he might have just had to been calling them because Jake the mate can't fucking mate. Anyway, sorry, Nevada. Go ahead.
Yeah, KC. Anytime I see KC being the dog, I'm probably going to roll with them. The Bills just can't seem to get over the KC hump. It's kind of like the Colts and the Patriots back in the Mahomes and Brady, or the Manning and Brady days, where Brady always seemed to just get over Manning. It's kind of the same thing here with Mahomes and Josh Allen. So I'll take KC money line until somebody beats them. I will go. I will go under on the points, though.
Funny enough, Nevada, your statement would hold completely true if this were the playoffs, where Mahomes owns a 3-0 record over Josh Allen. But in the regular season, Josh Allen is 3-1 against Mahomes in their career.
Josh Allen is the James Harden of the NFL. He's a regular season superstar.
You heard it here first, folks.
Just money line and the under for you, Nevada?
Yes, sir.
All right. So our Sunday night game, we have Cincinnati going west to play the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 48. And if you want Bengals money line, it's plus 105.
So, again, another game where you basically have to bet money line. East Coast teams traveling west in primetime. This has happened twice this year, and they split. So we're 1-1 straight up. And against the spread, no edge there. Also, with rest advantage, Cincinnati is 5-8-1 straight up, 7-7 against the spread, where the Chargers are 7-10 straight up and against the spread. With that being said, I want no action on this game.
All right. Jermaine has Cincinnati money line, and he's taken the over. At the time, it was 47. It's gone down a point, so we'll leave it there. But Nevada, anything for you, brother?
Yeah, I think Cincinnati, we've seen it with the exception, well, basically last Thursday as well, losing by just a single point to Baltimore. And was it 39-38, something like that? Cincinnati has turned it on. Took them longer than they usually do, but they're rolling. They're playing for a push playoff spot. I'm taking Cincinnati money line, and again, I'll go under on the points. The Chargers defense is good. I just don't know if it's good enough to contain Jamar Chase the entire game.
You said you want the over on the points?
Under
on the 48. Okay, cool. All right. And we close out the week. Houston is heading to Dallas on Monday night. Houston are 7.5-point favorites. The over-under is 42. And Dallas is plus 270 on the money line.
Yeah, so team scoring less than 10 points the previous week and then being dogs of less than 10 points. I mentioned it earlier, 8-12 against the spread. I'd like Houston plus 7.5, and especially if Nico Collins plays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all you're taking?
That's all I'm taking.
All right, so Jermaine has Dallas plus 7.5, unless Nico plays, which I will switch. If he does, and then he wants it to be Dallas versus. He wants the over 42. If Nico plays, I'll switch that out for him. Nevada.
Yeah, I think that's fair. From what it looks like is that Collins is on track to play. So I'll go under that mindset. I'm going to go with CJ Stroud passing touchdowns 2+ at even money, and passing yards for CJ Stroud over 233 at -115.
To Nevada's point, the Cowboys give up 227 yards a game to quarterbacks, but that's only 18 completions that they give up. But a 105 rating and 1.67 touchdowns a game. But in their last 3 games, they have given up 6 touchdowns a game.
And that includes a Philly team that was just trying to leave the stadium to go home.
But they couldn't because they were blinded.
Yeah, they kept running into the walls. It was terrible.
All right. Anything else for week 11, gentlemen, or anything else for the 10s and 10s before we sign off?
Go Birds.
Yeah, your Birds are trying right now. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they're trying.
They're trying to give me a stroke.
Yeah, well, that might succeed.
Carolina is 2-point dogs to the bye this week, so hopefully we can pull it out.
Do we have a repeat rookie quarterback class from this year to last year? CJ Stroud and Bryce Young and Caleb and Jaden?
I think so. I probably think so. Yeah.
Not to the extremes from high and low, but it's clear that number 2 is doing much better than number 1.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Maybe it's the system. I don't know. That's
TBD.
what I tell myself. All right. Follow us on the socials at Podcast Room 303 on Instagram. What else are we on, Eric?
X.
And that's about it. And also follow at the EPE, at Hi, I'm Nevada, at Nick Morahan, at Jermaine. Follow us, find us, do whatever. Thanks for watching.
You can DM us if you want to send us merch or anything. We'll have a peel box for you. Yeah. We can send that out to you on socials.
Unmarked bills, anything like that. But this has been episode 286. What's Jermaine's famous sign off?
For my co-host.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're not doing any of that. Bye-bye.